Have you ever wondered why some people work themselves to the bone? Sweating, sacrificing their youth, chasing money without rest, and still live paycheck to paycheck, buried in debt and worry, while others seem to barely try, yet money flows toward them naturally. Opportunities keep knocking, and their lives just keep expanding into comfort and ease. Is it just luck, or is there a secret most people have never been told? The answer, according to the book we're about to explore together, lies in a truth that sounds almost too simple. Money does not follow hard work. It does not obey the number of hours you grind. Money follows energy. The energy you put out into the world. You were meant to find the source 369. Close your eyes. You may drift to sleep. Your subconscious will listen for you. This is not just a meditation. This is a special kind of energy. Once you hear it, once you allow your mind to relax and let go, miraculous things will begin to find you. You don't need to try. You don't need to understand or analyze. You simply need to allow wealth, love, health, and success to enter your life in the most natural way possible. Let this meditation do its work. Let your sleep become the gateway for the best things life has to offer. Money is a concentrated form of energy. When your inner energy aligns with prosperity, when your thoughts and emotions resonate with abundance, money flows toward you naturally, the way a river finds the sea. This might sound strange to the way most of us were raised. We grew up hearing, work hard, save every penny, worry about tomorrow. Family, society, and school all planted the same belief that wealth is scarce, and the only way to get ahead is to sacrifice your youth and health for a paycheck. But this book asks you to pause and question whether that belief is actually true. It offers a completely different way of seeing scarcity. It says, is an illusion. Like a traveler dying of thirst in the desert, not knowing that just a few feet beneath his feet runs an underground river, deep and full. He doesn't die because there's no water. He dies because he doesn't know it's there. Our lives work the same way. The universe's abundance is always surrounding us, always available. The problem isn't that wealth doesn't exist. It's how we're looking. When a mind is programmed for lack, it only sees lack. When you believe in abundance, you start noticing doors opening all around you. Modern science is beginning to confirm what mystics said thousands of years ago. Matter is not solid or fixed. At the subatomic level, everything is energy and vibration. And this energy responds to human consciousness. When you live in fear, anxiety, and the feeling of not enough, you broadcast a frequency that pushes opportunities away. When you live in trust and inner calm, you broadcast a different frequency, and the flow of wealth begins to find you. Think about it. How many times have you said to yourself, I can't, I don't have the money, I don't deserve this? Every one of those statements isn't just a thought. It's an energy signal you send into the universe. And the universe, like a mirror, reflects back exactly what you project. It doesn't judge right or wrong. It just echoes. Plant seeds of lack, and you harvest lack. Plant seeds of abundance, and you harvest abundance. Scarcity is, at its core, a habit of mind. We look at an empty wallet and forget that our minds have the capacity to connect with an infinite supply. We look at our low salary and conclude we'll never be rich, not realizing that creativity, ideas, relationships, and intuition are all doorways to prosperity. When you see life through a narrow lens, life keeps you in that narrow frame. But when you change how you see, the world changes too. This is where the real journey begins. The author reminds us, we don't need to go out searching for abundance. We need to go inward and release the layers of old beliefs that are blocking our vision. All the wealth we seek already exists. The only question is whether we're willing to remove the lens of scarcity and finally see the river that's been flowing beneath our feet all along. In this book, each chapter is like a door swinging open, leading you from illusion to truth, from lack to fullness, from not knowing to clarity. And the greatest secret the author wants to share is this: you don't need to chase money. Because when you align with the energy of wealth, money is what will come chasing you. Part 13, Beyond Time. When prosperity is born in the eternal present moment, in daily life, we are always tied to the clock. Every plan is attached to a specific time. Next year, next month, tomorrow. This keeps us either grieving the past or anxious about the future. But real wealth is not born in the past or future. It only blooms in one place: the present moment. Harold was a clockmaker who found a strange watch. When someone wore it while worrying about the future, the hands moved abnormally fast. When they wore it lost in regret, the hands turned backward. But when the wearer simply let go and rested fully in the present, the watch stopped. Time stood still. And in that moment, profound peace and clarity flooded through them. Only in the present moment does a person touch the infinite flow of the universe. Every great opportunity arrives when you are alert and present, not trapped in tomorrow's fear or yesterday's regret. Evelyn struggled with finances for years until her grandmother left her a journal with one instruction: write as if you are already living in abundance. Evelyn wrote every day in the present tense, as if it were already real. I am grateful for my warm home, the wonderful opportunities, and the abundant flow of money with me right now. Gradually, her life shifted. She stopped fearing time. She understood that prosperity is not about to arrive. It is arriving in every breath. Whenever you worry, when will I escape poverty? Pause, breathe, And remind yourself, wealth isn't in tomorrow. It's in this moment. Honor what is already full in your life. When you do, you align with the frequency of prosperity, and the universe responds. Part 14. The Wealthy Body. When your body becomes a gateway for prosperity, here's a truth few recognize. The body is the direct bridge between spirit and matter. If your mind believes in abundance but your body is tense, contracted, and afraid, prosperity struggles to flow through. The body is an antenna, transmitting and receiving energy. Every posture, every breath sends a signal. When you hunch, breathe shallowly, and hold your fist tight, you're broadcasting a signal of lack and defense. When you stand tall, breathe deeply and open your arms wide. You're broadcasting a signal of receiving and trust. Charles was a talented athlete, powerful on the field but always struggling financially off it. An old teacher told him, "Your body has learned to fight, but it has never learned to receive." Charles began practicing specific exercises, opening his chest, breathing in gratitude, breathing out trust. Within months, not only did his athletic performance improve, money and opportunities also began finding him. Neuroscience confirms when you change your posture and breathing, your nervous system releases different chemicals, directly affecting emotions and behavior. A relaxed, open body signals safety and fullness to the brain, and in that state, you more easily see and move toward opportunities. A simple practice: each morning, stand tall, arms open wide, palms facing skyward. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, breathe out for 4. Visualize golden light flooding every cell, turning your body into a channel for wealth. Repeat several times and notice the shift. Your body isn't a passive follower of the mind. It's the gatekeeper that decides whether prosperity flows through you or not. Part 15. The secret rooms of prosperity thinking. Within every person's mind exists a structure more complex than any library. Beneath the layer of everyday thoughts are secret rooms, holding ancient wisdom and prosperity principles left behind by sages, merchants, and philosophers across the ages. Theodore was a knowledge explorer who discovered hidden chambers beneath an ancient city. Each room held stone tablets engraved with wealth secrets from different civilizations. Babylonian merchants, Greek philosophers, Egyptian priests. He realized this wisdom already exists within human consciousness, waiting for the right person to enter. The same is true for your mind. When you live within limits, you stay in the narrow hallway of everyday thinking. Bills, worries, short-term plans. But when you allow yourself to be still and listen more deeply, you discover other layers. Rooms holding timeless principles of prosperity. A practice: close your eyes and imagine a spiral staircase leading deep into your consciousness. At the bottom, you see a golden door engraved with ancient symbols. When you place your hand on it, it opens and you step into a room of fullness. Then continue through more doors: the room of belief, the room of worthiness, the room of expanded vision. Each room gives you one more piece of the prosperity map inside you. When you open a room in your mind, the outer world responds. Open the room of worthiness, and you start attracting opportunities you previously didn't feel you deserved. Open the room of vision, and you begin seeing possibilities others miss. Open the room of gratitude, and you realize wealth has always been around you, multiplying. Part 16. Your unique energy signature. Becoming a magnet for prosperity. Every person on earth is like a unique note in the universe's grand symphony. No two are alike, and that uniqueness creates your energy signature, a frequency that only you carry. When this signature is expressed and shared, you become a natural magnet, attracting the prosperity that fits you. When it's buried under fear or copying others, you lose the magnetic pull you were born with. Benjamin was an artisan whose technically exquisite work wouldn't sell. An elder stopped and said, "Your hands make objects, but your soul hasn't transferred its energy into them." Benjamin began sitting in stillness before each creation, connecting with the true feeling in his heart. He breathed his inner peace and joy into every piece. Suddenly, his work was sought after, because people sensed something in it that no mass-produced item could replicate. Prosperity doesn't come from copying someone else's formula. It comes when you live and work in alignment with your own frequency. Rebecca ran a small coffee shop that was always quiet despite great coffee and warm service. Then she found her grandmother's old notebook with advice: add joy while stirring the sugar, sprinkle gratitude into each cup, breathe love into every serving. Customers began returning in growing numbers, saying they could feel a warmth in every cup. Her shop became not just a place to drink, but a place to find peace. Your energy signature isn't in your degree or your title. It's in the deep quality you bring to your work and your life. Once you find it and honor it, that signature turns you into a living magnet, drawing everything aligned with your true nature. To find it, recall the moments when you felt most like yourself, working until you forgot the time, giving without expecting anything back. Those are the moments your energy signature shows up most clearly. Part 17. The Mirror Principle. The outer world reflects your inner consciousness. Every morning when you look in a mirror, you see your own face. If you want to change the reflection, you can't touch the glass. You have to change your actual face. The world works exactly the same way. Oliver was an ambitious merchant who discovered a strange mirror while on a trading journey. It didn't reflect his appearance. It revealed the deep energy currents and beliefs within him. When Oliver believed that earning money was a struggle, the mirror showed chains. And soon his business hit obstacle after obstacle. When he felt afraid that success would bring envy, the mirror showed dark shadows, and his deals kept stalling just at the edge of success. The outer world is not against you. It is only reflecting you. If you keep encountering lack, perhaps the beliefs inside are broadcasting the energy of fear and scarcity. If opportunities keep arriving, then slipping away, perhaps deep down you still don't believe you deserve to keep them. Charlotte once lived in a cycle of debt. Sitting beside a still pond one day, she noticed the water seemed to reflect her hidden thoughts. When she thought, "I will never get ahead," the water darkened. When she smiled and thought, "I am opening to receive," the water brightened. From that day, Charlotte began a new morning ritual. Standing before the mirror not to fix her appearance, but to realign the beliefs in her heart. Her life changed day by day. A mirror meditation practice: stand tall, look deep into your own eyes, and speak affirmations from the truth you want to live. I am worthy of wealth. I am opening to receive prosperity. I am a source of opportunity. With patience, your body and mind will align with those declarations, and the outer world will reflect the change. Part 18. The sacred geometry of relationships. Connection as prosperity flow. In the universe, nothing exists in isolation. Water needs rivers to reach the sea. Seeds need soil to sprout. People need to connect with each other to create prosperity. Every relationship is an invisible line, and together they form a network, a sacred geometry through which the flow of wealth operates. Nicholas was a young merchant in crisis. Warehouses full but unable to sell. Searching through the family library, he found an ancient manuscript with intricate geometric shapes and the annotation, "Wealth doesn't move through individual effort. It moves through patterns of connection." Nicholas began examining his relationships. He realized he was mostly surrounded by people who drained energy rather than shared it. When he shifted his network, collaborating with people who carried positive energy, his business transformed completely. Your wealth doesn't only come from within you. It comes from the network you belong to. Some relationships are like a cool river, opening opportunities, offering support, lifting you. Others are like a swamp, draining energy, pulling you down. Isabella received a strange compass from her grandmother, one that changed color depending on the person she was near. Near someone carrying positive energy, it glowed gold. Near someone with a scarcity mindset, it darkened. Using that compass to choose her companions, Isabella discovered that prosperity came far faster when she was surrounded by golden relationships. Practical steps. Map your connections. Ask of each person, what energy does this bring, expanding or contracting? Then actively nurture your golden connections. Invest time in people who inspire you to become a better version of yourself. As your frequency rises, connections that no longer fit will naturally fall away, making room for aligned ones. Part 19. The natural elements of material manifestation. Earth, water, wind, fire, Since ancient times, people have known 4 foundational elements: earth, water, wind, and fire. The wise ones saw them not just as natural phenomena, but as spiritual principles for manifesting prosperity. Because creating wealth is a creative act, and every act of creation moves through these 4 elements. Earth is foundation, stability, discipline, the ability to turn dreams into concrete action. Without earth, even the most brilliant idea floats away without form. Water is flexibility, emotion, softness, adaptability. Money is like water. It flows to where there is least resistance. If you're rigid and locked into one path, you block the current. Wind is intellect, ideas, vision, creativity. Prosperity needs not just discipline and emotion, but vision. A fresh wind to fan the flame of change. Fire is the transforming force. Passion, action, decisiveness. Without fire, everything stays as an idea or a dream. Elizabeth, a modern woman, applied this principle to break free from financial stagnation. She created a detailed budget, earth, learned to listen and connect with clients, water, found new ideas for her services, wind, and channeled all her energy into decisive action, fire. Within a year, her life was completely transformed. A simple ritual: create a small prosperity altar with a stone for earth, a bowl of water, a feather for wind, and a candle for fire. Each time you set a new goal, touch each object, reminding yourself that you need stability, fluidity, creativity, and passion. When all 4 are in harmony, the universe opens a path for you. Part 20: The Midnight Practice of the Wealthy Sage. The secret of the 3 to 5 a.m. hour. There is a special window of time when the sky is still dark. The city is silent, and the whole world seems to pause and breathe. The hours from 3 to 5 a.m. The ancients called this the sacred hour, when the door between the material world and the spiritual world swings wide open. Joseph, a young scholar, found in an ancient monastery a manuscript describing a pre-dawn ritual. Light a candle. Write down what you desire as if it has already happened. Then sit in silence while your mind merges with the energy of the universe. Within weeks of trying it, he noticed inner clarity, greater peace, and unexpected financial opportunities beginning to appear. Why is this hour so powerful? Because during this time, the collective human consciousness is asleep. The layers of resistance, doubt, and social noise temporarily settle. In that stillness, the subconscious is far more open to receiving new programming. A thought planted at this hour goes deeper, takes stronger root, and holds longer than one planted during the noise of the day. A 5-step ritual to begin. Step 1. Prepare your space. Choose a quiet corner. Light a candle. Place a notebook and pen beside you. Step 2. Rise in silence. When the clock strikes 3 or 4 a.m., sit up gently. Don't immediately check your phone or think about work. Step 3. Write your prosperity. Record what you desire in the present tense, as if already real. I am living in fullness. I am receiving new opportunities. I am safe in the flow of financial abundance. Step 4. Meditate and visualize. Sit straight. Breathe deeply. Imagine golden light surrounding you, feeling as if everything you desire has already come true. Step 5. Close with gratitude before returning to sleep. Whisper, "Thank you, universe, for bringing me everything." Just 10 to 15 minutes in this window is enough to make a real difference. Part 21, The Inner Prophet. Listening to the wealth wisdom within you, there is a great teacher that people often overlook. Not found in books or market reports. This teacher has always been beside you from the day you were born. It is the inner prophet, the voice of wisdom that rises from the deepest layer of your consciousness. Richard was a merchant who had gone bankrupt following expert after expert. Finally, he sat in silence. In that stillness, a stream of intuition broke through, suggesting he try a path that seemed completely irrational. He followed it. That was the turning point that brought him back to success. No one can see your path as clearly as you can yourself. The inner prophet doesn't speak in loud words. It speaks through a quiet certainty, a feeling of peace before a right decision, a feeling of heaviness when you're about to go in the wrong direction. Clara received a crystal from her grandmother, who said it held no magic. It only helped Clara focus on herself. When confused about a choice, Clara would sit quietly holding the crystal, close her eyes, and listen. The answer didn't come as logic, but as a clear feeling. As if she'd always known. She learned to trust her inner prophet. Her life changed. Not because of the crystal, but because she had learned to listen to her own wisdom. A practice: sit in quiet space. Place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes and ask one specific question. Don't try to think or analyze. Just listen for the very first feeling. Write it down without editing. The key is learning to tell the difference between fear and intuition. Fear comes with tension, urgency, and pressure. Intuition feels calm, clear, and doesn't need a reason. When a choice brings you peace even though it's difficult, that's usually the voice of inner wisdom. Part 22. Walking between two worlds. When the invisible and visible walk side by side, we often believe that the material world is the only reality. But the sages of every age knew that beneath it lies an invisible world where intention, energy, and frequency exist, and the invisible world is the original blueprint. The visible world is only the printout. Alexander was a banker who had lived his entire life trusting only numbers. After a major setback, a teacher told him, You're always looking at results. That's too late. Look to the origin. Look to the energy that creates results. Alexander learned to observe not just data but intuition and energy, and began accurately predicting market movements that complex analytical systems could not foresee. The visible and invisible run in parallel, like two faces of the same coin. You think an idea of wealth, that's invisible. You take action to make it real. That's visible. If you only stay in the realm of ideas, they float away. If you only focus on action without energetic foundation, you exhaust yourself and get results far below what you hoped for. Helena found her great-grandmother's diary, which described a practice of shifting consciousness. First observing a problem at the energy level, then acting at the material level. Instead of panicking when facing failure, she would sit, breathe, feel the energy field around the situation, realign her beliefs. And after, new opportunities arrived gently, as if a door that had always been open was now being walked through. When you face difficulty, ask, is this a problem at the energy level or the action level? If you've taken action but remained stuck, go back and adjust beliefs and consciousness. If you have ideas but haven't started acting, step into the visible world with specific steps. When you balance both, you become like a conductor, sometimes listening to the background music of the universe, sometimes striking specific beats to bring the whole orchestra into rhythm. Part 23. The Ancestral Prosperity Stream. Healing and continuing the wealth legacy. Each of us doesn't only inherit physical traits from parents and ancestors. We also carry invisible imprints, beliefs, fears, habits, and the very memory of lack or abundance that has existed in the family line. The ancients called this ancestral karma. Modern psychologists call it inherited emotional memory. William found a special family tree document in his grandmother's old storage room. Unlike typical genealogy records, this one was drawn with lines of light and shadow. Prosperous ancestors marked with golden threads, those who struggled marked with black. William suddenly recognized that his own financial ups and downs matched patterns repeating in the family for hundreds of years. Sarah was a seamstress, hardworking, loved by clients, but could never quite get ahead. Digging deeper, she discovered that a great-grandmother had once signed a poverty vow, accepting deprivation in exchange for safety during wartime. That belief had been silently passed down through generations. When Sarah performed a ritual of remembrance and release, she felt a profound lightness, and her work became steadily more prosperous. When you do the healing, you free not only yourself, you free the generations before you and open the path for all those who come after. A ritual for connecting with ancestral prosperity. Prepare your space. Place a candle and a few photos of ancestors before you. If you have none, simply light a candle and visualize. Acknowledge with gratitude, I am grateful for the journey you walked. both the struggles and the achievements. Release and affirm, I am returning the beliefs of lack, the barriers that no longer serve this generation. I choose to carry forward the prosperity legacy of our family line and open a new stream for those who come next. Close with gratitude. Bow in silence. Feel the gentle lightness spreading through your body. When you heal the ancestral stream, the generations after you will no longer carry that invisible burden. You become the one who turns the tide, leading your entire family into a new chapter of wealth and abundance. Part 24, the Quantum Wealth Vault. Choosing your wealthy reality from infinite parallel possibilities. Modern science confirms that reality is not fixed. The universe exists as an infinite field of possibilities, where every option exists simultaneously, waiting for you to choose. There is a version of you living in deep prosperity, another struggling with difficulties, and many versions in between. The question is, which version are you currently tuned into? Thomas, a physicist, understood quantum theory intellectually, but his life was drowning in debt. One night in meditation, he felt as if he were touching another version of himself, successful, wealthy, confident. The next day, instead of repeating his old habits, he tried acting like that wealthy version, walking more confidently, thinking more openly, making decisions more decisively. Gradually, his life shifted. Emily found an old crystal pendant. Wearing it, she often dreamed of different versions of herself. When she began emotionally synchronizing with the wealthiest version, feeling the confidence, the freedom, the fullness is real right now. Things in her real life began shifting strangely. She was invited to join major projects. Opportunities opened. Money began flowing. You don't need to create wealth from nothing. It already exists in a parallel stream. You just need to switch channels. Like tuning a radio. When you broadcast a signal of lack, you tune into a reality of lack. When you broadcast a signal of prosperity, you step into a reality of prosperity that was already there. A 4-step practice. Step 1. Recognize your current frequency. What are you mostly thinking and feeling? If it's mostly worry, you're tuned to the scarcity version. Step 2. Visualize your wealthy version. How does that version of you live? Speak. Decide. Step 3. Emotionally synchronize. This is the key. Don't just imagine it. Actually feel it. The gratitude, trust, and freedom must be lived right now. Step 4. Act as that version. When facing any choice, ask, what would the wealthy version of me do? And do it. Every day you practice this, you gradually shift into the wealthier reality. Part 25. The Secret Society of Time Benders. Accelerating the manifestation of prosperity. People believe time cannot be changed. But ancient masters and extraordinarily successful people share a different truth. Time is not absolute. It stretches and compresses according to your perception and energy. What might take others 10 years can be completed in 1 or 2. Amy found an ancient manuscript describing a secret group who had discovered the secret of bending time. They didn't change the clock or try to run faster. They changed the inner experience of time. For them, 1 hour of deep focus had more value than a whole week of distracted busyness. Catherine inherited an antique hourglass and practiced a time compression exercise while watching the sand fall, breathing deeply, visualizing that every grain contained infinite opportunity. This brought her into deep focus, where she accomplished 2 or 3 times as much in the same time. And financial opportunities also arrived faster, as if the universe had shortened the distance to bring them to her. Time responds to your frequency. When you're stressed and rushed, time seems to drag while nothing gets done. When you're immersed in joy, creativity, and focus, time flies. But results far exceed expectations. A time compression ritual. Step 1. Choose one important task to complete. Step 2. Sit quietly. Breathe deeply. Visualize the space around you condensing to just you and that task. Step 3. Imagine the result is already done. Feel the joy and relief as if it's finished. Step 4. Begin immediately, without distraction or delay. When practiced regularly, your days seem to contain more, and financial opportunities arrive sooner than you expected. Part 26. The Prosperity Sovereignty Declaration. Reclaiming your creative power. In ancient times, only kings and leaders were permitted to read sacred declarations. Words of power, commands sent into the universe. But the truth is that power belongs to every single person. Every human carries within them a throne. The ability to declare and shape their own reality. James found an ancient scroll. Not prayers or requests, but powerful words. I declare that prosperity is my birthright. I command the universe to operate according to this abundance. He was startled. He was used to praying, hoping, asking, but this was a completely different language. The language of sovereignty. When he tried it, he felt a shift within. He was no longer someone begging. He had become the one directing the flow of his own life. We often forget that every time we doubt our own worth, every time we believe we're not deserving, we unconsciously sign a declaration of lack. The universe doesn't distinguish between a prayer and a command. It only reflects the frequency. Send fear, it reflects lack. Send certainty, it reflects completeness. Elena discovered that her family's queens and noblewomen had never begged for abundance. They declared it as obvious truth. I command the harvest to be plentiful. When Elena changed her own language, replacing "I hope to have customers" with "the right clients are coming to me." The universe delivered. Write your own prosperity sovereignty declaration. Stand tall, breathe deeply, place your hand on your heart, and say, "By the power of the life within me, I declare that prosperity is my natural state. I command every channel of energy, every right opportunity, and every aligned person to appear in my life. I affirm that I need no permission to be wealthy, because wealth is my birthright." When you release your declaration with certainty, the universe responds the way the ocean responds to the full moon. Part 27: The Mystical Science of Exponential Growth. When wealth multiplies like waves, nothing in nature grows in a straight line. A seed doubles and triples its cells in each moment. A bee contributes to an entire hive, which pollinates an entire field. Everything in the universe operates on the principle of exponential growth, and wealth is no exception. Frederick studied ancient manuscripts carved with spirals, nautilus shells, sunflowers, Fibonacci sequences. He realized these geometric laws explain why prosperity can suddenly explode in a person's life. One small action doesn't just produce one result. It can trigger a cascade of connected opportunities, like a pebble dropped in water creating rings that spread outward endlessly. Josephine inherited a notebook with numbers arranged in spiraling sequences. Applying them to her finances, always setting aside a small portion to reinvest rather than spend everything. She witnessed an unexpected explosion. Small investments grew exponentially, and within a few years, she had wealth she had never dared to dream of before. The principle lies in accumulating energy and building momentum. When you accumulate knowledge daily, you understand more deeply and start seeing broader connections. When you build relationships, one contact can lead to 10 new opportunities. When you nurture a prosperity mindset, it spreads, inspires, and attracts people of the same frequency. A prosperity spiral practice. Step 1. Draw a spiral on paper, starting from the center, winding outward. Step 2. In the center, write one small action you commit to today. Step 3. In the outer rings, write the possible results that could multiply from that action. Let your imagination expand without limits. Step 4. Each day, look back and add new ripples. Results you've received from the initial action. The universe always expands in spirals. When you align with that law, the wealth in your life will burst like waves, spreading endlessly, never stopping. Part 28. The Philosopher's Stone. Turning every circumstance into golden prosperity. In Western legend, alchemists searched for the Philosopher's Stone, said to turn iron into gold. Centuries of searching, and no one ever found it. The truth is that the Philosopher's Stone was never a physical object. It is a symbol for inner power, the human ability to transform circumstances through consciousness and perception. Edward found in an old library that the chemical formulas of alchemy were all metaphors. Turning lead into gold meant transforming fear, lack, and failure into opportunity, wisdom, and prosperity. When he applied this, instead of being afraid every time he failed, asking, "Where is the gold in this situation?" he found that from every failure came a lesson more valuable than any amount of money. And from those lessons, he rebuilt his career stronger than before. Victoria received from her grandfather a notebook full of strange alchemical steps. Reading carefully, smelt the fear until it burns into clarity. Face your fears directly so they dissolve. Separate the dross from the pure metal. Release limiting beliefs to find the true value within yourself. When she applied each step, she transformed anxiety into creative strength and turned uncertain work into a stable career. The true philosopher's stone is your awareness. It transforms how you see things. A debt can be a burden or the motivation to learn financial wisdom. A failure can be the end or the foundation of a new beginning. Every challenge contains gold. You just need to know where to look. An inner alchemy ritual. Step 1. Choose one problem you're currently facing. Step 2. Write down the fear or negativity you feel about it. Step 3. Ask if this is raw metal, where is the gold? Find the lesson, the opportunity, the hidden strength inside. Step 4. Write that lesson as a new truth and carry it into your daily life. When you have the philosopher's stone within you, you no longer fear difficult circumstances, because you know that in any situation, gold is waiting to be uncovered. Part 29, Piercing the Final Veil. Complete freedom with prosperity. Have you ever wondered why some people who already understand prosperity, who are practicing the right principles, still stumble at the final moment? As if an invisible veil stops them just before reaching true financial freedom. That veil is not an external enemy. It is the final limitation within. The subtlest test of all. Samuel was a spiritual scholar who, despite years of study and practice, still encountered sudden difficulties just when he seemed to have prosperity firmly in hand. He called it the dark night of the financial soul, the stage where the universe presents its most refined tests. No longer obvious lack, but subtle attachments, clinging to results, fear of losing what you've gained, or the desperate need to control how prosperity shows up. Amelia's company was growing powerfully, but inside she was still anxious, always afraid one day everything would collapse. She realized she wasn't truly free because she was still bound by the outer form of prosperity. Only when she learned to let go, to release the fear, release the need to control, release the compulsive need for certainty, did she truly feel wealth as a flow rather than a fixed possession? The final veil is a test of absolute faith. The universe seems to be asking, Do you truly believe you are supported, even when nothing has appeared yet? If the answer is yes, the veil falls and you step into true freedom. A liberation ritual. Step 1. Write down everything you are afraid of losing. Money, work, reputation, relationships. Step 2. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and imagine if everything disappeared one day, what would remain? You would still have yourself, your strength, your faith. Step 3. Declare, I release the need to control. I trust that the universe always moves toward my highest good. Step 4. Burn that paper as a symbolic act, letting the smoke rise as your affirmation released into space. When you pierce this final veil, prosperity is no longer tied to your bank balance. It becomes a natural state. You know that whatever happens, you are safe, you are supported, and wealth will always find its way back to you. That is true freedom. The eternal dance. When this journey nears its end, you might think you've finally grasped all the secrets of wealth. But the truth is, there is no end point. Prosperity is not a destination. It is an eternal dance between you and the universe. A dance that never stops, always transforming, always expanding. Benjamin, a man who had reached great success, stood in the quiet garden of an ancient temple and looked back at everything. But in the silence, he realized all of it was just a temporary expression. What remained was not a number, but a state of living in wholeness. And he began to dance with the current, like a dancer moving silently in rhythm with the wind. Charlotte found an old music box. What was remarkable was that it didn't play a fixed piece. Every time it was opened, a new melody sounded that had never been heard before. She understood prosperity is the same. It never stands still, never repeats itself exactly. It always invites us to dance in surprise, in change, in endless creativity. This eternal dance asks just one thing of you: always remain a student. Never think you know it all. Today you learn to plant seeds of belief. Tomorrow you learn to expand your energy. The day after you learn to let go. A daily prosperity dance ritual. In the morning, place your hand on your heart and say, "Today I step into the dance with prosperity." Throughout the day, notice the small moments. A word of thanks, a smile, an unexpected opportunity. Those are the rhythms of the dance. In the evening, thank the universe for the steps you shared. Whether large or small, prosperity at its deepest is not about how much money you have. It is the ability to live fully in each moment, in gratitude and creativity, so that every single day becomes a new dance with life itself. You are not someone searching for wealth. You are wealth's forever companion. You don't need to control the dance. You only need to let go, to trust, and to fall into the rhythm. When you do, you'll realize that prosperity has always been here. It never comes and goes. It dances with you endlessly, in the eternal dance of the universe.